I just got arrested again. This time for welfare fraud. And I use my food stamps to buy the pop, and then I go out to the parking lot and I pour them all out.
Why would you do that?
This girl
Waste
and
it.
her husband with their family were next to me in their car, and they freaking called the cops.
This is Drew, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Real Talk Today, the Info Today version. I want to talk about a problem that seems to been going on for the last, probably as long as we can think about, and doesn't seem to be a lot going on to fix it, and that is welfare fraud. Let's look into it.
I just got arrested again. This time for welfare fraud. And I use my food stamps to buy the pop, and then I go out to the parking lot and I pour them all out.
Why would you
This
do that?
girl
Waste
and
it.
her husband with their family were next to me in their car, and they freaking called the cops. The cops show up as I've got like over 100 freaking Walmart pop cans
Why?
all around me, and they told me to stop where I was at and put my hands up. They're going to arrest me for welfare fraud, and now I'm going to lose my food stamps.
Now, to give a quick summary of what I'm gathering she's trying to say is, which makes absolutely no sense, I'm assuming she went into Walmart and bought up 100 sodas, took them outside, put them out in the parking lot, and just started dumping them out. And a family that was beside her actually saw her wasting food or whatnot, because they probably were hungry themselves trying to figure out where their next meal was coming from. They probably saw her use food stamps, EBT, or whatever to get the product, and they decided to call the police. Next thing you know, the police come, lock her up. Now she's upset because she's losing food stamps. Now you tell me how that makes any sense. Didn't sound like you needed you buying the stuff just to take it right outside and throw it on the parking lot.
Thousands of Metro Atlantans are finding out they are no longer eligible for food stamps. The change affects Cobb, Gwinnett, and Hall counties. Channel 2 Sophia Choi is live in Cobb County. And Sophia, this involves able-bodied adults who are now required to go to work.
Heard that.
Got him! Got him!
He's stupid.
I just went to check the mail, and I received a letter from the food stamps office.
Okay.
It says, after multiple videos were sent into our office, we had to conduct an investigation. And during our investigation, we did come across a few discrepancies in your application.
Well, there it is.
It says, therefore, over the last 6 months, you received benefits that did not belong to you and needs to be paid back. You know how much I have to pay back? Do you want to know how much food stamps I have to pay back? I have to pay back $27,000. Good thing is that they offer a payment plan, because
Jesus.
where the am I going to get $27,000 off of? And guess what? I'm not even going to pay it. Y'all have to prove to me. Where's the proof?
Okay.
This letter doesn't mean anything. Where's the proof? Show me the proof of what I was doing wrong. This is unbelievable.
Going to jail.
Didn't your parents ever teach you to mind your own business? Or they didn't teach you that?
Didn't your parents ever tell you to keep your business off the street? Keep your mouth closed. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing, so on and so forth. It sounded like to me you were doing a lot of bragging online about how many food stamps you were getting. And then, you know, a lot of people got jealous. That's just the way it be. They took your videos and sent them over to the food stamp place or whatnot. And they was like, wait a minute now. You said you wasn't getting any income. So if that's the case, you need to get these stamps back. Now you talking about a payment plan for $27,000. That's gonna be a lick. $1,000 a month. You're talking 27 months, and that's not even including the interest and penalties and whatnot they're gonna add on to it. So unless you get ready to get a nice job, quick or fitting to blow up on social media, you better figure out where this money gonna come from, because it ain't like you just gonna get away with it, because they will come and pick you up.
Cause I ain't got shit but a pinto bean up in this motherfucker. Who I'm finna feed with a pinto bean?
So my kids just got fired from daycare. So since somebody reported me to the state of Michigan Department of Human Services.
Here we go.
So now they are investigating my last income for the last 12 months. So my food stamps are on hold, my cash assistance, my disability, my kid's disability. Oh, and now the state has put a hold on my kids' daycare being paid for, because my kids have been going to daycare so I can get stuff done around the house, you know, because the state pays for that.
Okay.
So now my kids are fired from daycare. Not only that, the daycare, somebody reported to the daycare about the TikTok I made, so now they fired my kids. So now both my kids,
Stupid.
so now I have to keep them home and try to get done because the state won't pay for it.
Woe is me.
Because I have haters, or I don't even know. It's got to be something from this, because this has never happened to me before.
So he
Now, guys, I'm be honest. I don't know about you, but I don't feel sorry for this woman. I mean, if you knew your stuff wasn't right or whatnot, first of all, why would you put your business online? It makes absolutely no sense to me. You know you got children that need to eat. You know you need to have food in the house. You know you're not working. And you just sat there and said you since you wasn't working, you were still using daycare because you want some free time to yourself, and you expect the state to pay for that also. When there's a lot of families out here that are actually trying to work, making minimum wage, just trying to hold together, that could really use those benefits, and you think that the taxpayer is supposed to spend their money so that you can sit at the house all day and watch soap operas and deal with your girlfriend. Come on now. The entitlement has gotten ridiculous. Oh my God.
So here's an update of me having to pay back $27,000 to EBT. So I called them to set up a payment plan. I explained to them that I'm not working, that I don't plan on ever getting a job. They asked me if I receive income from any other source, and I told them yes, I receive child support for 7 of my grandchildren. And you want to know what they said? Well, we're going to garnish the child support till the $27,000 are paid off. So you know how my sister wanted custody of my grandkids? I called her and I go, yo, I don't have no use for them anymore. Come pick them up. I do not want them here. I don't need them because now they took away my EBT and my child support. I told her straight up, once the $27,000 are paid off, you could bring them back to me. So I could go ahead and continue receiving child support for them. So now I'm not even going to be able to pay my rent. So I have to, I'm like packing up. Like I'm taking everything out. So by them taking all my child support, I'll have it roughly paid off in like 6 to 7 months. So yeah, I'm going to be down and out for 6 to 7 months. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Where am I going? Where am I going to go?
Now, guys, I don't know if you caught that or not. She said that the food SNAP program is going to take her child support until that $27,000 is paid. Then in the same breath, she said, well, if they take that, I'll have it paid off within 6 to 7 months. That means she's getting about $3,800 a month in child support, much less food stamps, rental assistance, all that. Oh my God, sound like this woman was living a high life and just sitting around at the house. Because you heard what she said, she ain't no money, I ain't planning on playing nothing. Oh my God, I don't know. I probably should have looked at some of this before I went online with them, but I didn't realize it was, you know, this blatant where they just taking money, and then you got people that really need it that is not available. I don't feel any sympathy for this woman. I'm sorry. I think she'll be just fine. She'll land on her feet.
So I just called my mom to tell her, because I just went to the grocery store and I ended up having to pay $50 out of pocket. So I'm telling her like that I have to call the food stamp people and tell them that they're not giving me enough money. So she asked me how much are they giving me. I said $500. And she gonna hang up on me talking about they ain't giving you shit else because you got an infant. I don't care if I have an infant. $500 is not enough. I'm running out of food stamps within 2 weeks of me getting
That baby is not eating.
$500 is not enough. They have to go up. because the cost of food has went up. The cost of groceries has went up. So sis gonna hang up on me like, girl, you know I call you for everything. Don't do that to me like that. They need to give me at least $1,000.
Ah! Okay, $1,000.
So not only has somebody reported me to DHS because I'm making money on TikTok, somebody has reported me to disability for me, my husband, and my son. And they have also reported me to child support.
But you keep them lips closed next time.
So what happens with the child support? So if one of my children's fathers owes me money, it goes down because now I'm making more money than I was.
Yep. And your kids
so
too.
now I have to do a whole new, like child support packet because now I'm making more money than I was 4 months ago. TikTok might be going away in a month. I don't understand why people are hating on me so much.
Because you open your mouth.
It is ridiculous. So now I have lost my food stamps, my cash assistance. Now I'm losing my disability, my son's disability, my 3-year-old son, because I'm a TikToker, because I'm making money on TikTok. This will literally be my second month making money on TikTok. I don't even know how this is legal. Just leave me the hell alone.
This is another woman, as you see, she's so entitled. She feels like this money is owed to her. She's earned it. I didn't have to work for it, but I earned it. Y'all owe it to me and I need to get it. I mean, I don't even know. This is just unmitigated gold as far as I'm concerned. You know, assistance like this is supposed to be like a stepping stone to help you to get from A to B, like you lose your job or whatnot, or you're disabled or something like that, just so you have a little time to transition from a worse situation maybe to to get a better job or get a job or whatnot. This is not something that is designed for people to just live on a lifetime because they want to sit on their behind and not do nothing. And this same woman said, I send them to daycare and the government pay for that so I have time to clean up around there. Come on now. She's not taking, 8-10 hours a day cleaning house. Unless she just, I don't see how they can happen. You clean it every day, it doesn't even get that dirty.
I don't care how much money I make. Give me some food stamps, please.
I'm not listening to you. You're crazy.
I know that's right.
You asked for it. You want it crazy. You about to get it. Over 6,000 residents in Cobb County, Georgia, are no longer eligible for food stamps. No, baby, they got to go to work or get into a work training program.
4,000 of Metro Atlantans are finding out they are no longer eligible for food stamps. The change affects Cobb, Gwinnett, and Hall counties. Channel 2 Sophia Choi is live in Cobb County. And Sophia, this involves able-bodied adults who are now required to go to work.
Able-bodied adults who have no dependents. Now, this is where people can come to enroll in the food stamps program with the Department of Family and Children's Services in Cobb County. And about 3,000 Cobb County residents who get those benefits are now under new requirements.
I cashed out some.
I can tell you right now, with this food stamp cutout and whatnot, not only are these lazy people that don't want to work gonna be crying, the grocery store gonna be crying too. But I don't know about you, but many times I've been at the grocery store, pick me up a pack of bologna, maybe a dozen eggs and some bread. When times were tight or whatnot, something to get me through for the week. And right beside me, I would see baskets and baskets of lobster tail, the best steaks, the best cuts of everything was piled up in a basket for somebody, that probably had a bunch of kids or whatnot, and they were just living high on the hog. And it seems like the people that suffer the most are the ones that work the hardest. And it's just not right. I'm sorry.
Did you know that there were 6 forms of welfare?
No.
I didn't. I only knew about TANF, which is Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. I heard of SNAP, which is Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And then there are a few more on the list. The 6 major welfare programs in the United States are TANF, SNAP, SSI, Medicaid, housing assistance like Section 8, HUD housing, or any other type of rental assistance programs, and earned income tax credit. Eligibility for these programs is based on income and local poverty levels. The federal government funds all 6 programs, but TANF and Medicaid require a state funding match of 25 to 50%. The first 5 programs are administered locally, while the EITC is part of a federal tax system. Social welfare consists of various local, state, and government programs designed to assist people with food, housing, and medical care. Some examples are Medicaid, disability income, low-income housing, and the SNAP program. These programs provide income, food, and housing assistance for people in need of help. Social welfare is important for communities and people to survive. Often the cycle of poverty is broken due to social welfare assistance programs. People have access to food, shelter, and medical care that they could not otherwise.
So Trump ain't.
Well, I know some of you guys don't feel too happy about, the Trump situation and whatnot. I mean, I can understand, certain ones, because what's going to happen is people that really need the food stamps, that may be disabled, can't work, can't stand up, can't whatever, they're going to have a lot more difficulty getting the assistance that they need. But because this right here, this bill was basically aimed toward the able-bodied people that are just existing off the system, so to speak. These are generational people where somebody's grandmother and mother was on food stamps their whole life. They just kept having kids, as long as they could so that they could stay in the system or whatnot. And it's time to put a stop to it. I honestly feel like, we've been in a recession for quite a while. A lot of wasteful money is going to places that doesn't need to. And it's time that, sooner or later, you got to kind of reset. You got to put something back. You got to stop the bleeding, so to speak, if you're going to ever have a chance to heal.
Otherwise.
So Trump ain't playing, y'all. This was effective only almost immediately. I got this in the mail. If you're an able-bodied adult without dependents, you need to be working because you will not be receiving food stamps anymore.
Heard
okay?
That.
What a twist!
Yeah. And when you are eligible to receive these food stamps, it would only be every 3 months out of every 3 years. So within a 3-year period, 36 months, it would only be 9 out of those 36 months. Yeah, get a job.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Trump ain't playing, y'all. This was effective only almost immediately. I got this in the mail. If you're an able-bodied adult without dependents, you need to be working because you will not be receiving food stamps anymore. Okay? Yeah. And when you are eligible to receive these food stamps, it would only be every 3 months out of every 3 years. So within a 3-year period, 36 months, it would only be 9 out of those 36 months. Yeah. Get a job.
So I got a letter from the food stamp office, DFACS, saying they would cut me off if I don't volunteer for 20 hours a week for $292 a month. That breaks down to like $3 an hour. That is insane. Job hunting is a full-time job.
Well, boo.
I don't know how you expect for people to volunteer for 20 hours a week and they're looking for a job. And let's not act like it's free money. Like your unemployment checks, your food stamps, like especially after you experience a job, like it's not free. It's been coming out of my paycheck. You're entitled to that money.
But
I really hate when people be making people feel bad about the government assistance. Y'all are stupid because it is not free money. It's not free. You've been paying for it all this time. But to tell me I gotta volunteer for 20 hours a week to get $292 a month, y'all are out your mind.
Hold up.
I applied in August and I still have not gotten my food stamp card. It is the middle of November. I applied in August. Thank God I have a family because I would have been starving by now. Like, I literally just got done with a interview just now. She messaged me on LinkedIn, hopped on a call today. Do you think I could do that, volunteering 20 hours a week to get $300 so I could eat? Fuck out of here. I'm tired of it.
But if you don't want it,
anyway,
don't work.
What do y'all think
about
about that? Like, I really feel like that's extreme. Like, I don't think that's okay. Because it's $3 an hour.
This woman is indicative of the attitude, seems like, of a lot of these women that feel like somebody owed them something. This is a young woman. She probably no more than 18, 20 years old. There's nothing wrong with it. She says she's living with her people, probably still living at her parents' house. Why is she getting food stamp in the first place? I mean, she's probably not paying rent or whatnot. You could be working at McDonald's picking up $15 an hour. I mean, what would be the reason for you? You don't have any children. You got somewhere to live. Why would you, as an 18, 20-year-old, need food stamps? Then you want to talk trash. Oh, it ain't but $200-300. Then if it's just a little piddly $200 or $300, leave it where it is. Don't try to get it. Don't get on TikTok or whatnot and start bitching about it, talking about, look here, man, I need my money, but it ain't but $3 an hour. That's $3 an hour you don't have. It's always funny to me, it seems like, when somebody gives you money, or lends you money. Basically, they're giving it, but now they're trying to take it back. But you loan somebody some money, whatnot, and they'll say, look here, man, I'm in a spot. Let me borrow a little something, to hold me over, to Sunday, and I'll get it back to you. Sunday come, you don't hear anything. Then they think, a week done passed, 2 and then a month. And then finally last, you be like, look here, man, remember that money you got from me? Next thing they holler, now the money has a smell. Man, ain't nobody studying that little funky money, that little stinking I ate money. It's always like these people think they deserve something from somebody else, and they shouldn't have to do a darn thing to get anything for themselves. I'm glad to see that something's starting to happen to, put some fire up on these people, because they need to be working.
Everyone has been asking me if my husband is going to help me out to pay the $27,000 that I owe to EBT, and he straight up told me no. He has more than $27,000 in his business account, and he says he's not going to help me out. He says, why should he help a person that in the 12 years we were together, I never cooked, never cleaned for him, never did his laundry, never did any of that. And I told him, it's to death do us part. Like, how could you just let me rot in prison? And that.
Y'all hear this? Not only is she doesn't work, sending the kids out having daycare paid for or whatnot, she don't do nothing in the house. She just said, I need the kids to go to daycare getting paid for so that I can actually, get something done at the house. You're not doing anything. The man's he with 12 years, didn't cook, clean, didn't do nothing. Now you expecting him to step up and bail you out or whatnot when you contributed absolutely nothing? Oh my God. Ooh, Lord, this woman deserves everything that she get, folk. I'm sorry.
That's why I decided to flee the country. He said I deserve everything that's coming for me.
You ain't got no money going
So
nowhere.
I packed my bag, as you guys saw in the video, and I'm just going to wait till nighttime so that I could, I'm going to take a bus somewhere. I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm going. So hopefully that clears the air for everyone asking me about why my husband isn't helping me.
Good.
He simply just told me I've never done anything for him, so he's not going to do anything for me.
Sorry,
which is understandable. I'm not mad at him at all. I'm not telling him where I'm going, because if there's a reward out there for my capture, I know he will turn me in. So there's a few things that I don't do as a married woman. Number 1, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 2, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number 3, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold.
See, this is the trash she was talking beforehand. I remember this video when she was talking about she don't do nothing for her husband at all in the house. And he found that she had put this mess on TikTok, and next thing you know, he done cut her loose. Well, good for him. Good guy. I love it.
Anything, that's his responsibility. Number 4, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him. If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not going to do it for him.
Why would he have this woman in the house if she's not doing nothing? You just in the way. You need to get on up out of here. Let me get somebody in here that want to do something. You just blocking where I could have got me somebody that really want to be here and really want to help contribute to the family. Man, he should have got rid of her a long time ago. Oh my God, I remember this video now.
Gonna enable a perfectly grown ass adult, because then they get used to that. So no.
Like you. This guy gets a round of applause from me for not tolerating this kind of foolishness from a woman like this. Come on now. This is, I've never heard anything like it. That's what I'm talking about. Get her up out of there. Oh my God. I'm flabbergasted. To be honest, I'm at a loss of words right now. But things getting ready to change up. Now we don't know if it's going to be for better or worse, but things need to be shaken up either way if we're going to start moving back in the right direction. And with that, I'm going to end it here. And I hope to see you at the next one. And please comment below. Let me know what you think of these videos and whatnot. They take a lot of work to put together. I'll see you again.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy.